It is October 8th, 2025, and Lauren Boebert is campaigning on alien disclosure. We also have a team of people who think they've found Amelia Earhart's plane. And on top of that, I'm sorry to tell you, your inhaler is killing Earth. This is Inverted World Live. Welcome back, everybody. This is Inverted World Live. I am your host, Shane Cashman, and we're going to go through some campaign trail stuff about alien disclosure. Should be interesting. This inhaler news and Amelia Earhart all of a sudden making headlines once again. We are happy you are here. We are going to get to callers in 30 minutes or so. You know how it goes. Sometimes it's 40. If you have a strange story you want to share with us, please do call in. The link to do that is pinned in the chat on Rumble and YouTube. And we want to hear your ghost stories, your cryptid stories, sleep paralysis, you name it. And you can also call in and talk about something that we've discussed at the top of the show. I am joined by Brandon. What's up, dude?
What is up, Shane? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to iDub Live. I am your official guy in the chair, Brandon Miner. Thanks for being here. It's time to get weird. Shane?
Let's get weird. Yeah, on my drive home last night, it was really bizarre. Someone threw some like bomb at my car of like, I don't know what it was, McDonald's or something, but it shocked me. On a windy road on the way home in the dark, some kid, I'm pretty sure it was some kids, they thought it'd be funny. It scared the heck out of me. I was like, did I hit a deer? And then I noticed it was like probably meat from a store, not meat from a deer. Shocking.
I'm like more concerned with the fact that you have spy wasps that keep trying to follow you into the studio.
That? That was weird. Second time now, huh?
This is about 7 minutes ago, and Shane proclaims in the hallway that there is a wasp again, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, where is it? And it's on him. Like, It's like on his by his belt loop, essentially. And obviously, Shane dispatched it with all the love and care that it deserved. But
thankfully, I had my shotgun and took care of it. Very effective, very safe and effective. It's gone. So Shane 2, wasps 0.
Spy bees 0.
Very bizarre how they're just following me in here. So let's get into it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're glad you're here. Lauren Boebert, you know, the government shut down. Do you miss it? Do you ever go to sleep at night just being like, I miss the government?
Is it like that? What's that meme with like Wolverine when he's sitting there looking at the picture screen and he's like petting it and it's just a picture of the government? Like,
yeah. Oh, I miss it so much. Has it affected your lives yet? I know there are people out there. There's like widows of vets who get payments from the government that they're not getting that. I was just talking to someone about that. So that stinks.
There are people working for free
There's
right
also
now,
that.
So that sucks. I feel for you guys.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But
thank you for doing it.
The people in D.C., those demons in D.C., I don't miss them. However, we do have Lauren Boebert in the news. She is seeking re-election, and her campaign is now asking, are aliens real? She's obviously campaigning to this very audience. So we have this. Rep. Lauren Boebert from Colorado is running for re-election, and her latest campaign strategy is tackling a taboo topic. In an email Monday addressed to conservatives, Boebert questioned the existence of aliens and demanded transparency from the government about UFOs. Now, she is on the committee. We've seen some footage from her on this show over the year. The one I like the most is when she opened up saying she knew birds are fake. She said Earth might be flat. And I was like, all right. And I think she talked about interdimensional beings. I'm like, okay, all right, that sounds good. You are preaching. It reads in part, for decades, our government has shrouded the truth about UFOs in a veil of secrecy. Strange crafts have been spotted soaring through our skies, defying the laws of physics, and yet bureaucrats in Washington act like we're too naive to handle the facts. And there's a fair point in that. It also kind of sounds like the beginning of one of my favorite movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space. But this has been going on for decades. And as we've discussed many times on this show, who knows what's even real? We know we've had articles about the Pentagon making up stories about extraterrestrials to cover what seems to be tech from Lockheed Martin. But, we've had Project Blue Book and that collected tens of thousands of UFO stories. So there's some truth there, and they do think we're dumb. We know that they think we're dumb.
I mean,
look how they treat us. Look how they treat. I mean, I know I am. You guys aren't, but
I
I'm
consider
certainly,
myself pretty dumb sometimes, and
I'm certainly
it
dumb.
scares me that there are people dumber than me. So
Yeah, it's rough. The not to derail too quickly, too early, but the anger I'm noticing on the road that we've been talking about,
did it happen again?
it's getting worse and worse. I mean, every day, and I'm like, is it me? Is it me? Is it like the bees? Are they following me? But like, I'm just at a red light, and people are just. It's like they're expecting you to break the law to go faster. I got my kids in the car, and these people are hanging out their
honestly,
window.
the whole driving up the ass thing has been like a thing since I honestly, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I expected driving to be better here, coming from Chicago to the Panhandle.
When you're used to driving in
WD.
a city, you understand the dangers and how people can
and
be.
if you've ever driven in New York, you understand driving sucks. So it's like to have that out here in the mountains, pitch black dark, it's
a whole different
with,
dynamic.
like one lane highways, 50, 60 miles an hour and just roller coaster loops like this, to
Yes.
have just people up your ass for that,
they want to kill you.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell are you trying to do?
I'm going to get back to Bobert in just 1 second, but one more thought on that. Like, I drove a box truck through Manhattan as a furniture mover. So I
sounds
very much
terrible.
understand how I had to act almost like a weapon of mass destruction to get anywhere and park that thing. Parking a monstrosity on those tiny streets where everyone's floating by, cyclists, pedestrians, and other cars and buses. But it's different down here because the windy roads. And unlike New York and a lot of the places where I'm from, north of the city, they kind of like blew up a lot of the hills and countryside to make flat roads.
Yeah.
Whereas here, they just we're just paving over those hills, which is fun. And I enjoy driving.
No, it's great, but you have no idea what's at the top or the other side of that hill. It could be a
Yes.
group of deer, which tend to pop out exactly when you don't want them to.
Or someone throwing garbage at my windshield and really woke
That's
me up.
unusual.
It was quite unusual. Anyway, this is more from Bobert. They tell us we're crazy, like we can't see these things flying through the air with our own eyes. And this is in all caps in her email. I say enough is enough.
You're here.
The American people aren't children to be spoon-fed half-truths or dismissed with vague excuses. We deserve to know what's really going on up there. All right. And if her and Rep Burchett can get together and tackle what's below the ocean and what's up there, we might make some real progress here. The email contains a link to a website that asks, are aliens real? And it asks supporters to donate money to Lauren Boebert for Congress. It's amazing. That is like right out of a movie.
Are aliens real? Give me some money.
Ooh, they need a theme song.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's a
Maybe something
jingle.
you should get into for them.
Jingle.
I want to help them out.
I need to copyright that before somebody else does it.
She just took it. It's already in an email. This is almost a cry for help in politics, to be honest, Democratic analyst Andy Boyne told News Nation affiliate KDVR. According to Boyne, that's how I'm going to say it. Boyne.
It's that thing that stops your door when,
boing.
before it hits the wall. It's buoying.
Yeah, exactly. Candidates on both sides of the political aisle often use attention-grabbing strategies when they are desperate for more money or more voter support.
Which is always
the case. But I will. I'm going to talk about Jimmy Carter in a minute, and maybe that's not the case for him back then, but also it could be. Neither of which I'm seeing right now. So I'm not really sure why this would go out to conservatives in her district, Boyne said. And she may raise a few $1,000s, but she's also going to get a lot of really weird looks. I don't think so, dude. Boebert's. We got Boebert versus Boeing. Boebert's campaign team confirmed. I'm so sorry. It's Wednesday. The authenticity of the email to KDVR. This is a family-friendly show, and said the digital campaign is performing extremely well. I agree with her. I think it's time to get real about what could be happening, Morgan Vaughn said. Vaughn is a resident of the Flying Saucer RV Resort in Sheridan.
I read it right before you said it. It sounded great in my head and out loud.
They're like, we need
incredible.
We need a counter to Boeing. So who can we get?
They just, and I mean, I feel like that didn't need to be thrown in there.
No,
It
so
was
glad.
really just its relevance. They're like, we have to put this in here. Like, really, he
So
lives at
good.
the Flying Saucer RV Resort.
And this would be like the stories that I would like to write would be now where I deviate and just do 20 pages on the flying saucer.
The next
RV
one is also
resort.
like a shameless little back end. It is not within the 4th Congressional District, which Boebert represents.
Yes. Oh, man. News Nation now.
But, however, Vaughn said the community is filled with people who also want to know what's happening in the skies.
You don't say. The people at the Flying Saucer RV Resort in Sheridan also want to know what's happening in the skies. I think this is the perfect
Do you
spot
think
to
there are
be.
any people living there that absolutely 100% don't believe in aliens and think that it's all bullshit?
Maybe if they're like a fugitive. You know, they're just hiding out, and they're like, this is a good place to hide.
It
But
sounds
those
like
people
it would
are
be
analysts.
super low key, minus all of the UFO conspirators.
I imagine these are the types of people who might be on top of the skyscraper in like Independence Day, you know, that are waiting
This
for
is like
the
the people that
UFOs.
were. I picture that this is the people hanging out in front of the satellite farm in Contact after
Yeah.
she makes contact with them, and the crazy
Exactly. Exactly.
religious guy that like blew up the whole place. And
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, now I want to visit. I need to get an RV. She said Boebert's campaign strategy would win her vote if she lived with Boebert's congressional district. Why didn't they just go to someone in the district? I can tell that she has a personality also, and she has an open mind and isn't afraid of reaching for new truths because there isn't a whole lot of truth going on right now. Well, amen to that, Morgan. Boings agrees that the topic of UFOs will likely get high engagement with people who receive the email. However, he questions the campaign's timing. All right, so enough of this. Let's jump to Jimmy Carter. I know I've talked about this a bit before. I've written a lot about Carter. Not a fan of Carter. Rest in peace. But
this is your thing, right? Your extra thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
yeah,
Take it away.
But I always appreciated what he went through when he was running for governor of Georgia, and so I'm just going to read from this real quick, just to make sure I get it right. I've told the story just from memory for a while, but I'm just going to read some of it. Future President Jimmy Carter filed a report with the International UFO Bureau on September 18th, 1973, claiming he had seen an unidentified flying object in October 1969. During the presidential campaign of 1976, Democratic challenger Carter was forthcoming about his belief that he had seen a UFO. He described waiting outside for a Lions Club meeting in Leary, Georgia, to begin at about 7:30 p.m. when he spotted what he called the darndest thing I'd ever seen. Carter, as well as 10 to 12 other people who witnessed the same event, described the object as very bright, with changing colors, and about the size of the moon. Carter reported that the object hovered about 30 degrees above the horizon and moved in toward the Earth and away before disappearing into the distance. He later told a reporter that after the experience, he vowed never again to ridicule anyone who claimed to have seen a UFO. During the presidential campaign of 1976, Carter promised that if elected president, he would encourage the government to release every piece of information about UFOs that could be available to the public. After winning the presidency, though, Carter backed away from this pledge, saying that the release of some information might have defense implications. That's like a synonym for national security, and pose a threat to the national security. So there you go. I always thought that was interesting. Now, the story that goes around, this is just rumor. So, I just want you to know that. But the story that people have said that, who might have been around this administration, they said that Carter approached H.W. Bush, who I believe at the time was running the CIA, asking for this disclosure, and Bush basically gave him a real talking down to and said that's not happening, and that it shook Carter deeply. What I will say, and you can look this up, Carter did not speak about aliens again. He had a rough presidency, so he had other things going on. But not throughout his presidency, as far as I can tell, he didn't bring it up again until they sent, after his presidency, they sent Voyager up into fake space, and he wrote a letter in Voyager to aliens. So it was something that seems like it was always kind of on his mind, because it didn't stop there. If you guys know this, Carter left the presidency bankrupt. He had no money. He started making furniture. This is the peanut farmer. I think Carter meant well at some point, but like everyone who gets into politics, it ruins your soul. And I think it totally corrupted his soul being in there. I do think there's part of him that meant well. I do think stuff he did afterwards was commendable, although he really did pal around with some really horrible people. And he also, his administration funded Pol Pot. So there's that. And that was at the behest of Mika Brzezinski's father, who was an advisor to Carter. So that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But anyway, after he wrote that letter into Voyager and they shot out that into fake space, he also wrote a bunch of poetry books and he wrote poems to aliens. So this is something that really never left him. And I think that's fascinating. I once wrote a letter to Joe Biden at the very beginning of his fake presidency, asking him to sympathize with disclosure and appealing to the Carter, what I just read to you. I think that was just incinerated whenever it made it to, if it even made it anywhere. But I did try, guys. I did try. But I always thought that was interesting with Carter, and that even at one point came up in the debate, in the presidential debate at that time, because he was it Truman? I could be wrong who it was. Who he was running against also had UFO encounters from his state and was a non-believer of whatever was going on in the sky, and eventually became a believer. So it's just funny, like, this is really nothing new. People campaigning on it. I mean, it's cool that Boebert's doing it. It's cool that she's on the committee. But this does date back, in modern history to Carter and his gubernatorial campaign. And you can go up and find, if you search his name and, what was the name? If you search that in the unidentified flying object and the International UFO Bureau, you can look at the actual file that he sent in with his handwriting, and he gets pretty detailed about it. So that's that. We also have Amelia Earhart making headlines once again. So let's pull this article up. Well, actually, you can pull that article up. I just want to read one thing I have a screenshot of. This is where this all started, rather surprisingly. A Donald Trump truth post. He said this about like 2 weeks ago. I have been asked by many people about the life and times of Amelia Earhart. Such an interesting story, and would I consider declassifying and releasing everything about her, in particular, her last fatal flight. And of course, there's an exclamation point there. It'd be great if we could have a Trump impersonator just in studio at all times to read these things. I'm not going to try. I know we've got some really great callers who can do Trump.
I was going to say, now we probably will, at the very least, get one in the lobby that just heard you say,
Yep.
I'm calling in.
Well, if you call in, you just got to read this for us. She was an aviation pioneer, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean and achieve many other aviation firsts. It is funny to me that he put first in quotation marks. She disappeared in the South Pacific while trying to become the first woman to fly around the world. Amelia made it almost 3/4 around the world before she suddenly and without notice vanished, never to be seen again. Her disappearance almost 90 years ago has captivated millions. I am ordering my administration to declassify and release all government records related to Amelia Earhart, her final trip, and everything else about her. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It's my favorite sentence from this administration.
I assume this was like, he was like live talking about this and he's just like randomly I order my administration.
Yeah, whatever happened to that thing a century ago with Amelia Earhart? Can we look into that, guys?
Yeah,
so
just declassify it all. I order you.
I decree. So let me pull this article.
That's basically what it sounded like to me. I decree.
I do decree that we all need to know about Amelia Earhart. So so that was like 11 days ago, and here we are today. This is in Newsweek. Is this Amelia Earhart's plane? Isn't that suspicious? So we're talking about disclosure, government files of Amelia Earhart, and this has been brewing in the background. Maybe this is what inspired Trump. Researchers say they're ready to find out. Nearly 9 decades after Amelia Earhart vanished over the Pacific Ocean, a new expedition may finally offer an answer to one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. Next month, a team from Purdue University and the Archaeological Legacy Institute will travel to remote South Pacific island to investigate a submerged object that could be the wreckage of Earhart's Lockheed Electra 10E, the aircraft she flew on her final flight in 1937. Sorry to be laughing at you, Amelia, but this is funny to me. This case has taken a long time, ALI Executive Director Dr. Richard Pettigrew told Newsweek in an exclusive interview. But we have some new evidence. There's an object visible in the Nikumororo Lagoon Niku Mororo Lagoon. I gotta say it again. It's fun to say. I actually tried practicing that before I went live. I'm like, okay, that's a word.
This is another one of those weird lingo shows, guys.
Yeah. Everything that we see indicates it's very possible, perhaps even likely, that this is what remains of Amelia Earhart's aircraft. The 15-member crew will depart from Majuro in the Marshall Islands on November 4th. After a 6-day journey to Nikumororo in an uninhabited atoll in Kiribati, they'll begin fieldwork at the site of what they call the Tarea object, a bright aircraft-shaped anomaly, visible in recent satellite and aerial images of the island's lagoon. So I just love that phrase there, aircraft-shaped anomaly. That's an ASA. The expedition comes amid new interest in Earhart's story after President Donald Trump said last month, seemingly out of nowhere, ordered the FBI to declassify and release all government records related to the famous aviator and her final flight. So I guess this just happens to be a coinkydink. For Purdue University, which helped fund Earhart's final flight and has long preserved her legacy, the project is a chance to both solve a mystery and honor history. Over the years, many people have claimed to know where the plane was, but none of the evidence felt strong enough, said Kelly Hiller, Purdue's chief marketing officer, in an interview with Newsweek. That changed when ALI approached us. After reviewing everything with our experts, we believed it was worth supporting. So, what is the Tarea object? The anomaly was first noticed in 2020 by researcher Michael Ashmore in an Apple Maps image.
It's continuously letting me zoom in. I've been zooming in for like 3 minutes. Oh, wait.
Do you see her? Do you see Amelia? Is her corpse there? Is her skeleton
It's
there?
still letting me go, but all right. I think we just got stopped.
Okay. This
at
is
this
as far as we can go.
mysterious object that we see.
Interesting.
Can't really see.
The satellite image itself was captured in 2015, shortly after Cyclone Pam hit the region, an event believed to have shifted the lagoon's sediment, exposing the object. New satellite images captured by Vantor, formerly Maxar Technologies, and shared with Newsweek show a long, reflective shape beneath the water near the Tarea Peninsula, just east of the Tataman Passage. Its size and outline resemble the fuselage and tail of a Lockheed Electra 10E, details that caught the attention of ALI and Purdue's research team. Are they going to be able to find the Malaysian flight next? They've been looking for that for a while. I don't think it went through a portal, although I think they can make portals. I don't know if that one went through a portal. There's been people who think they found wreckage from that as well. I imagine that'll come up. It seems like they're trying to button up every conspiracy as we're getting closer to whatever major event's about to happen to humanity. They're like, guys, we got do JFK, eventually do Epstein, do Amelia, do all this stuff. We got the Atlas thing, this aggressive probe coming. Just get them all out of the way real quick. And because it's going to be a big one coming. We're relying on evidence, Pettigrew said. This is not just some speculation. I don't know. The Niku Mororo theory suggests that Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, landed on the island's reef before their plane was swept away. Groups like TIGHAR, the International Group of Historic Aircraft Recovery, have visited the island many times, but none of those expeditions focused on the object now under investigation. Unlike prior deep-sea searches, this mission targets one specific location. Pettigrew said the team will use drones, sonar, and magnetometers. Did I say that right? Magnetometers? I can't read that word. My mom had too much Tylenol while she was pregnant with me. To examine the site before probing the sediment and eventually excavating it using a hydraulic dredge. That sounds pretty metal. Once we confirm what's beneath the surface, we'll know whether we found the aircraft or not, Pettigrew said. Researchers believe the lighter fuselage could have floated into the lagoon after the aircraft broke apart on the reef. According to ALI, footage from as early as 1938 up to 2024 show the same object at the same spot, buried and occasionally re-exposed. Now, can you go to that video I sent you about this? It's not a very long one, but it offers another view.
Just may be the discovery that ends an 88-year-old mystery. Amelia Earhart vanished in 1937, but the search for her missing plane will be renewed next month.
Well, this is after what's described as a, quote, visual anomaly was spotted on a remote island in the South Pacific. CBS Philadelphia anchor Siafa Lewis is here with the story.
Now he's got to pronounce it.
Natasha Yuki, researchers from the Archaeological Legacy Institute, the Purdue Research Foundation, and Purdue University will travel to the South Pacific next month in the hopes of determining if that visual anomaly is in fact Amelia Earhart's
we can't even
wreckage.
say Amelia.
We gathered up many more satellite images, did historical research, found other images.
I'm not
relates
touching
to
it, guys. I'm not touching
if
it.
we're right, then we will,
Just let it be.
in fact, identify the lost Electra. We could be wrong, but I think the evidence is very, very strong that this is, in fact, what it is.
Much closer to home in Bucks County, Rick Gillespie, the executive director of the International Group for Historic Aircraft Recovery, a.k.a. Tiger, is dubious, to put it mildly, of Pettigrew's claim.
I'll tell you a secret. If you want to get media attention these days, all you have to do is say, hey, I got a picture of Amelia Earhart's airplane.
Gillespie says he has spent
Whoa. I didn't know that.
It's big breaking news right there.
Hey, guys. No, I'm not
do
going to
it.
say it because I'm not. What am I, Pam Bondi? I don't have it. I don't have it.
Amelia's in the room with us right now, actually. Amelia, where have you been?
She's in the corner holding a picture of the plane up. I don't have it. though.
Reincarnated into that bee that I murdered. Sorry,
Man.
Sorry, Amelia. But how can you not take this guy seriously with this shirt and that mustache, guys? But let's continue what he has to say because I like this angle.
His mustache is so much better than mine.
better part of the last 4 decades investigating and traveling to the sites of past plane wrecks. That includes multiple trips to the island where the ACL and Purdue researchers will travel next month.
We went out there in 2001
this is interesting.
in that location, and we looked around with metal detectors. That's how deep the water is. It's very shallow. And we searched this whole area, nothing there. We did it again in 2007, nothing there.
He also
I'm sorry. Sorry to break your heart. It's so heartbroken. Right
Hang
now.
on a second. This is the part where I have to confirm what I just heard is real.
Yep.
So they've already done this
These
twice.
guys. Tiger.
Didn't find anything.
And it's ankle deep water. The other people are claiming that that cyclone undid everything and moved everything around. But they don't make it very clear in the article that the water looks like this.
Is it possible that it's because they were just walking around poking things with a stick?
I think that's what you
were
call
just waiting
science.
for a plane to pop up. Amelia's like, "Hey, I'm right here. You found me." God, that took forever.
It was wild, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did
so-
it twice.
So they want funding to go back and do this a third time.
New people, not these guys.
New people, same location.
Purdue's going to do it. Same location.
Search area.
Yep. On November 4th.
Only now there's an anomaly.
Yeah. Aircraft-shaped anomaly, Brandon.
So what are we talking here? They think this thing was buried and natural erosion has unearthed it after
Yep. The cyclone.
X amount of decades.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, maybe.
Let's find out more.
Nothing there.
he also shared a stock image of the plane Earhart flew, which shows just how tall it was.
This is a good
You
point.
can see how tall this thing is. And you see how shallow this water is. If there was an airplane there, it would be sticking up out of the water 4 or 5 feet.
In his mind, it's an open and shut case.
They're going to spend a lot of money and put people at risk because that's a dangerous island. They're not going to find anything.
It's a dangerous
Well, in a few
island.
weeks from now, we'll learn it.
I mean, this might be the
The
island.
water was 2 feet deep.
This might be the island, Brandon, that has the cannibals that ate Joe Biden's uncle. You don't know how dangerous this is. And, maybe the cyclone was crazy enough to move a lot of water, undo something that was buried in the
Oh, so what they think
sand.
the cyclone just sucked this thing up and spit it out on the island?
Yeah. Stranger things have happened, right?
I guess.
So we can leave that there. The only thing I was thinking about is just, I like thinking of these weird connections in the culture that we are hostages in. Amelia Earhart is from Kansas, and so was the Wizard of Oz story. And just something about the tornado taking her away,
Whisking
disappearing
her magically away.
And so I was just thinking about that connection, and I didn't realize until just a little bit ago that Amelia Earhart used to consider herself the modern Dorothy because of the Kansas connection, based off the books. But she went missing in 37 and the movie came out in 39. But the books have been out, obviously, prior to that. But I just thought that was interesting. The modern Dorothy literally was swept away.
Which is a whole nother package in and of itself, because if anybody knows The Wizard of Oz, they know that there were also other conspiracies that followed that movie around. The guy on the crew that accidentally hung himself in the background and was featured in the actual film until they were able to pull it and edit it. But yeah, there's actually a dead guy in there.
I really like that movie, but it's hard to watch knowing what they did. Like, this isn't a theory. This isn't a conspiracy theory. What they literally did to the actress. They made her smoke all those cigarettes to make her voice a certain way. They put her in a corset, and she was like super young. You know, they want her to sound older, and or maybe it was the other way around, or I forget what it was, but they wanted her to be super skinny. So they're giving her all these like diuretics, making her smoke the cigarettes, putting her in the corset. I mean, it was torture. They abused that actress on the set of that movie.
Old school Hollywood.
Old school Hollywood baseball. So there's that. Before we get to callers, I just want to let you guys know that if you have asthma, you're killing Earth.
You're killing us all.
Thank you, guys, because I, for one, believe in climate change. And I thought it was cow farts. Turns out
methane.
It's you guys with the inhalers. I didn't read the story. I just thought the headline was hilarious. So I'm going to find out with you guys what's going on right now. This is from yesterday from CBS News. Inhalers produce as much carbon emissions as over 500,000 cars each year, study finds. Inhalers that provide fast-acting treatment for people with certain respiratory conditions are contributing to greenhouse gas emissions, which can worsen both climate change and the conditions themselves, according to new research. How do they even write that paragraph without even thinking that this is ridiculous? But this is CBS. Is Barry Weiss already in charge? Is this Barry Weiss article? In the study published Monday in the Journal of the American Medical Association, researchers found inhalers approved for asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease generated an estimated 24.9 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions in the United States from 2014 to 2024. This is equivalent to the emissions of about 530,000 cow farts. No, it doesn't say that. 530,000 gas-powered cars each year. So now this is like, not only is it an attack on you for having an inhaler, but it's also like you can't drive that gas-powered car. You need an electric car, which is what Elon was saying just the other day. He's like, I'm paraphrasing, but more or less he said, you're an idiot if you don't drive an electric car. He basically said, you're an idiot if you don't drive one of my cars.
Yeah, give me one.
Yeah. Don't give me one. I don't want those things.
I don't either.
Scaled across tens of millions of inhalers dispensed annually, these emissions drive global warming, exacerbating the very respiratory conditions inhalers are meant to relieve. Oh my gosh.
You bastards and your needing to breathe are making it harder for the rest of us to breathe.
I hate the news. Like these people just hate everybody. And the people they interview. This is according to authors of a supplemental editorial note wrote of the findings. 28 million Americans have asthma and 34 million have chronic lung disease, and they're all killing Earth. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't say that. According to, I can't read. According to the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, these cases are expected to grow as climate change makes air pollution worse, increasing the risk and severity of symptoms. My goodness. Researchers found metered dose inhalers and the boot-shaped treatment modality many picture were the most harmful to the environment, accounting for 98% of emissions over the decade-long period. My goodness. But it's not the medication that's the problem. These inhalers contain hydrofluorocarbon propellants, which are potent greenhouse gases widely used in products like aerosol sprays, the study explained. Inhalers add to the growing carbon footprint of the U.S. healthcare system, putting many patients with chronic respiratory disease at risk. Lead author Dr. William Feldman, a pulmonologist and health services researcher at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, said in a news release. On the upside, there is tremendous opportunity to make changes that protect both patients and the planet by utilizing lower emission alternatives. So they're going to have like vaccinations or like Tesla made inhalers. Or we'll just start, to go back to yesterday, use Orchid to make eugenics, take out anyone who has these issues.
Yeah.
So we don't need inhalers
Save the
anymore.
environment, stick a needle directly through your back, directly into your lung, and just push it in there every day, 3 or 4 times a day.
Yes.
Do your part.
Oh, the future is lovely. The study found other types of inhalers, such as dry inhalers and soft powder mist inhalers, are less harmful, delivering medication to the lungs without the need for propellants. There you go. That's the whole article, guys. If you have an inhaler, I see you as an enemy to all of humanity.
They did this. We've seen this a long time ago with hairspray, didn't we?
Yeah. That's what they were saying. They hinted at that with the aerosol spray stuff. Yeah, it's hairspray.
That aerosol was eating holes
in
in the ozone layer. And then I believe maybe like a decade and a half or so later, then we heard that the ozone layer was repairing itself.
Yes.
And now inhalers are making it hot.
Eventually, what they really want to say is that you and your existence is killing the planet.
No
you have
shit.
to go. Your carbon footprint. Got to go. Got to go.
Like,
Sorry.
I mean, there's a certain level of common sense that goes with this, people. I'm sorry.
What is common sense?
Yes, everything that you do is trying to kill you, including the planet that you live on. And all we do is kill the environment that we live in. So it's this vicious cycle of it's never going to stop. As long as there's existence on this planet, this is how it's going to be. Get with it.
They're going to try to eradicate us. They're going to get rid of the cows. They're going to get rid of the people. Whoever's left is going to be in a little micro city. You're going to be in the metaverse. You don't need your wives.
Nah, man, they're going to grow these babies in the damn
artificial limbs.
in these bunkers.
Yep.
And then Atlas is going to take us all out.
Yep.
And then the bunker people will rise.
Oh, that was my theory. Thanks for reminding me. What if Atlas is Amelia Earhart returning? All this time. She finally found her way back. Oh, because I totally forgot to say this.
These guys are going to waste a shit ton of money going to look for her in the ocean.
I totally forgot to say this. Like, the theories with her are that she was actually abducted. Other people think she was an agent for the state, like the government agent doing intelligence gathering, which is interesting. A tie-in.
Wasn't the narrative
disclosure.
originally like the Bermuda Triangle? Wasn't that like a
I'm
thing?
sure people said that
Yeah,
too. I
she
don't
got
know.
sucked into that, and it's another dimension. So she ended up in
Possible.
space on an
Yeah.
asteroid, and she's riding it back. 'Cause It's the only chance she's got to come back to Earth.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
I buy it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just spitballing.
No, that sounds like the truth, Brandon.
I'm going to treat it like these guys say. We could be completely wrong.
Yeah. Brandon,
But we're pretty sure that that's Amelia Earhart's plane.
You guys don't know Brandon has a PhD from MIT. I've forgotten what.
I can't. I'm not allowed to disclose what the PhD is in. Just know that I have one,
That's right. That's all we need to know. That's all you need to know.
as well as a picture of Amelia Earhart's plane.
Trust the.
You heard it
science.
here, social media.
Trust the science. All right,
Give me
guys.
some fame. Give me some fame.
Let's get the callers. While you pull that up, I also wanted to say, in more proof that my poor mother took lots of Tylenol. I said Mark last night, then I said Matthew. It was John that starts with, in the beginning was the word. Thank you to the commenter who said that. So I wanted to say that. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Someone on Twitter, what did you say to me? So I said, Hamas says they will release the hostages if Trump releases the Epstein files. To which Dan Williams proposed this question. Shane, what if the deal was you get all the government files on Epstein, but the government is then allowed to cloud seed without your opposition?
Bogus.
You can no longer talk about cloud seeding in exchange for the files. What do you do? So I don't believe the files really exist. So I don't think they're going to, whatever they're going to give us, like, look, I like calling for the files. I want them to give out everything they have, but come on. We know they've destroyed this stuff. So we have to find another way of getting that transparency. We cannot give up the fight on cloud seeding. These people are a menace to society. It's not inhalers. It's you, Augustus. And I was supposed to debate you tomorrow. But that didn't happen because you said you got to run a company. But you didn't have to run a company when you made that PR tour.
Wait,
that happened.
that was supposed to be tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh, Friday, the 10th. Well, by the end of this episode, I can officially say it'll be tomorrow. It was supposed to be on Friday.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to say, I kind of wanted to see that.
Me too. So it's not inhalers. It's those cloud seeding guys. And it's not just Augustus. He's just one part of a lot of that happening. But so who do we got lined up? Who is in the room? waiting to call. Hello to all of you guys out there again. Thank you for joining us. Darth Tater. Yes, that is what we call him. The Cloud Ghoul. That is exactly right.
Well, our good friend Renee Crockett was here early. And I heard something about she has more information possibly about what's going on. So let's get...
real quick, before we get Renee on, Valiant,
Yeah.
you says, Shane, Anton Chigurh has nothing on you except slightly better hair. That's in reference to No Country for Old Men. Thank you. He does have slightly better hair.
And a
It's
very
longer.
weird name.
Yeah. And just everything about him is incredible, though. Terrifying. Well, Renee, let's get to it.
Can you hear us?
Hey, Shane, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I still have no voice, so I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. From all the screaming?
Yeah, I told you I was really screaming the prayer. And I said Psalm 31, it was 91. So that was my mistake.
Okay.
But
All good.
so, okay. So the update is the father called me back today. So he's coming Friday at 1. There's no show Friday, so I can't let you know that. So I feel like we're all in this together now. So I got to update everybody.
Nice. Okay. Well, we'll be back Monday. So take notes and let us know what goes down.
Yes, I definitely will. So I also, I don't want to put a whole bunch of them up, but just to show, because last time I called, I was freaking the fuck out because I sent, I tagged the show. I posted, there's 6 videos, yes, but they're like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds. There's one of a ghost voice saying my name. There is 3 of toys moving in my daughter's room, not in that drawer thing that was the last time. And then the other one is the video from it was Sunday night when the one that I was talking about Monday when I called in.
Right.
I was able to blur her out. And then that's the only thing that I did. You see in the video, you see her shut the closet door. Her hands are off of it. There's a bang. I checked inside the closet thinking maybe the shampoo we store in there fell.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing.
Did you see the videos, Brandon? You said you tagged them on Twitter.
Yes,
Is it
yes.
on? Like, it's on your Twitter profile?
Yes.
Okay.
I also sent them to you too, but I didn't want to. I tagged the show because that way you didn't have to pull up the messages. and
Oh,
all
okay.
that
That's
stuff.
why I didn't see him.
Okay.
So, yeah, Alex has got him.
So, Brandon, maybe you can go to Twitter and find her on her page. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm gonna try to go in here and watch the TV too, so I can tell you which one, like kind of what's going on.
I'm nervous to see what's on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. Pasta _ sauce 422.
I know I'm a loser. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, not a loser, Renee. Renee's being followed by the one and only Sergeant Peyton. So,
Yes.
I mean, things are looking up.
Shane, did you see Peyton made a video for you actually specifically on his YouTube thanking you for having him on the show? I thought that was really nice.
I didn't see it. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
you'll have to find
amazing.
it. I'll try to send it to you.
Sweet. Thanks, Sarge. So she's got some videos up there.
Yeah, I'm seeing them here. Which there's a few here. I know one of these you didn't want shown, but I'm seeing an edit here.
Yeah, I edited. Yeah, because my daughter was in her underwear, but I edited. The only thing that I did to that video, I blurred it. And in part of the video, you'll see it's long, like the blur is long. That's because the camera goes from standing up to sideways, and when it goes that way, you can still see her. So I blurred out that whole line, so you can't see her at all.
You're sure that that's all been blurred and
Yeah,
edited
no,
out before it takes place?
I'm
it,
watching
yes.
them ahead of time right now.
All right, cool. So
Yes. I wouldn't do that to my daughter. No, that's terrible.
No, yeah.
Okay,
Let's pull it
so
up.
I'm assuming we want to have sound up for this.
Yes.
Can we show people? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that got loud. Okay, hang on. I gotta adjust volume here. Yeah, so I mean, I'll run this back here really quick. It's kind of hard to see here because the like she said, the camera flips.
There's a delay on my TV. I'm not even seeing the videos yet. But that's the video that I was talking about on Sunday. You can see she shuts the door. Her hands are off of the door, and then there's a bang. That bang was right in front of her, and then she freaked out, and that's why I was freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it that time.
So, Renee, for those who did not hear your phone call last time, can you give us a brief rundown of what your daughter saw?
So sometimes the chat gets posted really early, so I like to hang out with, people in there. So I was downstairs hanging out with my neighbor, and there was a guy. He looked dead. She said he had gray skin, and he had a creepy smile with black hair. He was standing directly behind me.
Okay. Yeah, that was
So we just saw something fall.
Yeah, no,
The mic drop. Let me tell you about the mic drop. I edited that video because me and my girls were arguing about my daughter. My youngest left food on the floor, and I was yelling at her to pick it up, and then that mic dropped. Like, shut the hell up, right?
Yeah, that's like was that a microphone? Is that what that was?
Yes. Yeah, it's a karaoke machine. Yeah, it's a karaoke one. Yeah, you Bluetooth it, and then
Yeah, that thing obviously just, there's no way that thing was situated to be able to fall out of that basket. From what I'm seeing here, if you guys look at the top of the screen, this thing dislodges itself, like it's lifted out of there.
All right, so
and it gets even better. Wait till you see the next one.
let's pause here real quick before we get to the next one, and let's turn to chat, because we got a lot of smart people in chat, a lot of people with good ideas. What should Renee be saying to the father when he's there? Like, what do you guys, is there something you think she needs to address? I mean, obviously she has to say all this stuff, but is there anything out there you guys are thinking about? I mean, I see you guys saying she should move, but for those who didn't hear, like, a lot of this stuff is also happening to her daughter elsewhere. It's not just here, but there is a lot of stuff happening in this specific area. So I just want to see what people are saying and try to catch it before it disappears.
Are you looking at YouTube or Rumble?
I'm looking at YouTube right now.
Okay. Rumble guys, I can see you.
All right, cool. So I believe she's
so
in
when
the
I
spirits
called
of
Monday
sorts.
and I was like freaking the hell out, that's exactly why.
Well, yeah. It's crazy.
And no, I don't do meth. I don't even know what meth looks like. I've never done meth in my life. So no, I'm not in a meth psychosis. I don't know what meth looks like. I don't know where to even get it, or I've never even seen it. So no. I wish, because then I could quit the meth and then wouldn't be tortured like this on a daily basis.
Well,
so yeah, I wish.
Renee, it's not that hard to quit meth. I mean, Hunter Biden says it's pretty delicious. It's actually cleaner than most drugs, he says. So
yeah.
I'm sorry. Everyone's saying rebuke in Jesus' name for sure. But I mean, I think there's stuff that you need to be very honest and open about, the things you've told us to him, the things that you said about your daughter, the things that she sees, even though it's not just in the house, but this specific location is one we always see, and it seems like there's a lot of weird stuff going on there.
Yeah.
So.
And you see, the dates are different. This video was from last year. There's another one from, I believe it's 2022, and I sent you, Shane. I can't post it because it shows my driveway, but I sent you one that shows my sound bar connected to my phone by itself. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I was listening to a guy reading a sleep story, Alice in Wonderland or whatever it was, and my Bluetooth, my soundbar connected to the Bluetooth. It wasn't connected to the internet or nothing like that, the soundbar, and then it just connected all on its own and woke us up. So I'm screaming.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so when I'm freaking out, this has been going on for a long time.
So also, people are referencing, like you talked about, crystals and stuff, and I believe you told me those are gone, right?
Yes, I did throw them away.
I told her to burn them all. I don't think she burned them all.
People are referencing basically anything that invites this into your house. Spirit boxes, whatever it is, get rid of it, get it out of there.
Jeff, I see out there, he said he's turning to YouTube chat. I'm turning to you too, because this is in Rumble. Everybody, just, and try to leave a comment maybe afterwards too, because these chats disappear. As far as I know, you can't reread the live chat.
They just go so fast now that they just.
But yeah, definitely take it seriously when he's there. Tell him everything. Show him the things that have happened. Because they do take this seriously. And you're not going to look down. I mean, hopefully he's not. I mean, I'm confident that he's going to take this seriously. So you got to do that and just be very honest and open with him. Tell him all the things you've dealt with. Tell him you're taking this, how seriously you're taking this, and the Psalms you're reading, the stuff you've done. Maybe even tell him.
I lost my voice literally screaming.
Tell him that you've turned to witchcraft and that you repent for it. The crystals are not out of the house, but I just keep saying take it seriously. So let's see one more video before we.
Yeah, so there's a couple other ones. Like I said, there's one with the voice where it's a car is driving by, but as that you can't see it. It's just a voice recorder, but the car is driving by, and in that you can hear, like, it's so crazy. Oh. And I go back and forth, and then there's another one where there's a horse on my daughter's dresser. You can't see it, but you can see the shadow of it. Excuse me, you can see the shadow of it. It got flung off the dresser. She was sitting on her bed. You can hear that because she's like, what was that? And then there's another one of a Barbie doll that was in the box that's tucked up in the toy bin. And same thing, it just comes sliding out. And that Barbie was like tucked in there like tight because there's so many Barbies, so there's no reason for it to do that. So I wanted to show some things moving that wasn't in that the wicker basket drawers, and that wasn't blocked by my jacket because this is directly down the hall. You can see all of it.
Well, there's something dark is going on. Because there are people, just to put it in from another angle, there are people out there who don't believe in any of this stuff. They're not religious. It's mostly atheists, and they'll say like maybe you have a carbon monoxide leak. There's a whole TED talk about how hauntings
don't
are
even have any
carbon monoxide.
Yeah, or you got black mold in your house and it's driving you insane.
I do have black mold, yes, but how does that explain the?
Well, if you have black mold, you better be taking care of this.
Yeah, that's serious. That's serious shit.
Look,
it's killing Jordan Peterson.
It killed Brittany Murphy.
It killed. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
And her boyfriend and husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that whole situation was weird. Her husband and Brittany Murphy's mother and the husband. That was weird.
That's a whole other episode. Yeah.
All right, so let's do one more video, and then I'd like to get to another caller, but this is wild stuff, Renee.
Yeah.
I will ask everyone again to say a prayer.
Yes, thank you. And I do read all the comments, and I really do take it so seriously. Always wrote out that prayer for me to read, and I read it like 3 times yesterday. I read it this morning.
Oh, that was very nice.
I saved it.
That was very nice.
I literally cried because I'm a sap like that. I don't know.
Swamp Fox says black mold doesn't throw things across the room. That's a fair point. I mean, unless it grows too big. I don't know. You saw the thing that we were looking at in South America. It looks like black mold monster.
So what is this sound that we're hearing?
This is the one where they're saying my name.
I feel like I shouldn't be listening to this.
That was like the movie Contact.
So how did you capture that? Because people are gonna be like, she created this in an app.
It was an app, but it was like a screen, not a screen recorder. It was a
You pulled the audio from a live video.
Yeah, no, it was just like a recording app, like something that you would use to interview somebody, like you're recording to take notes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's just that. So then it says like, so this was back in 2021. So I was leaving the app running, and then it would say, hey, like there's a sound at this time or whatever. So then I would go in and check, and that's when I found that.
Dank Daddy says Renee needs to speak to management of the building.
Yeah, my landlord sucks. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't do anything. But he hasn't raised our rent in 8 years either. So
yeah.
Okay. Silver linings.
Probably because he can't get anybody else to live there.
Yeah, can't get anyone to live in this possessed demon hive. What are we looking at here?
This is the Barbie doll one.
Oh, okay.
You can see it sliding out of the thing in the toy box. But I do zoom in on the camera too. And see the crucifix right there. So I do have a crucifix in my house.
Okay. And that's good. But we need I think if you're going to tackle this, you need belief. You need faith. Like this is evil stuff.
Yeah.
Like if there's this darkness here,
yeah, I know, but
and the
it's
darkness
really
you're
hard.
going through.
I went to church as a child, and I was saved and all that stuff. And I said in the chat, but I remember how that felt. And then my dad died. So that kind of,
I understand. But these are all tests
Yeah.
for a very short amount of time we have in this depraved material world.
Oh, you see it? What the hell?
Yeah, no, you got some weird stuff going on. So look, we're gonna pray for you. I hope everyone else has a prayer. You guys can leave comments. Look, she already addressed it. She's not on meth. It's not. Well, it might be something to do with mold. Because mold is weird. Chili Peen says, I can't believe I just have to say that out loud. Thank you, Chili Peen. Thanks, Chili Peen. Said black mold has a paranormal aspect to it. Actually, it is. Black mold's.
It'll drive you nuts.
It's like an alien invasion
really is.
of sorts.
It's
It is
nuts.
disgusting.
Get in your brain and fuck you up.
I don't know if it was black mold that was doing Peterson dirty, but Michaela put up that video saying it was mold that made him like he was in the ICU for like a month, like for all of September, and then the other guy of the podcast out in Texas, I'm forgetting his name, he also has a mold issue and Lyme, and I've had Lyme or whatever that bioweapon is that they created at Plum Island, but it's no joke. So Renee, we are wishing you the best. We're praying for you. Take notes on Friday and report back on Monday.
Yes, I definitely will. Like I said, I just wanted to keep everybody updated because I feel like we're in this together now. So
we are.
We appreciate
it. We're invested.
Father's coming Friday.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to hear it.
Yep. Good luck.
And the person I'm connecting you with should be reaching out soon as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Literally,
Of course.
thank you. Like, I'm so soft and I cry all the time, but like, thank you.
Of
It's
course.
affecting my kids, and that's what's really driving me crazy.
I know. We
Thank
got to
you.
keep the kids safe.
Yes, thank you. I
Of course.
appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody's suggestions, and I'll see y'all back in the chat.
All right.
right,
Ryan
Sam.
Creasos, thank you. Chris Williamson. That is who I was thinking of. He's got a whole list of issues going on, but I believe mold was a part of it, and he had to like move and they had to clean every little object. It's aggressive. I also want to shout out Billdozer74 in the chat. I saw you. Thank you for the kind words on the Cloud Ghoul. I saw those clips and appreciate it. Check out Billdozer74. He's rad. And yeah, my goodness, guys. We'll see what happens on Monday. Say a prayer. And I'm spacing on the name of the person on Twitter who shared that prayer with Renee, but that was awesome of you. Much respect for that. So, who do we got next?
Let's see.
Those videos are crazy.
We got a guy named Jamie up next. Jamie, welcome back to the show.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Man, doing well. Can you hear me good?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
What's going
All right,
on?
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go back. Hold 1 second, and thank you. Hold on, I got you on repeat here. Hold on 1 second.
You're good. You're good.
Give me. I'm trying to remember where I got.
Well, you got. I just want to say,
Rumble.
Citron said you
Rumble.
gotta have faith.
Hold on. There we go.
Gotta have faith.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you.
Oh, it's all
Is
good.
that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, when I hear that last call, it makes me want to. If I got Jesus,
That's right.
I got all that I could ever need.
All right.
Take the world away from me, and I'll be okay. If I got Jesus, there's a hope that's living deep inside, a joy that I could never hide, and a safe place to fall. If I got Jesus, I've got it all. All right.
All right. Incredible.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. That's
That's
amazing.
Ben Fuller. Ben Fuller. She needs to find Ben Fuller on her phone and just like Spotify Ben Fuller and just let that play as loud as she can in her house. And I am 100% certain whatever that is will have to go.
Yeah. Just switch up those vibrations.
Oh man, you got to give Jesus some praise, man.
Yep. Absolutely, brother.
I know how dark it can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So anyway, miss y'all.
Yeah, man. What's new?
Well, I guess I'm just, getting back to where I'm staying up late again. I had some things that had me going to bed a little sooner and stuff. So I just was going to share a sleep paralysis story that
Take it away.
I don't think I shared with you guys. It happened in Chicago.
Okay, hey.
And my man Brandon, I know he knows about Chicago.
Chicago.
Indeed.
Chi-town. I was up on Devon Street, north side. I think it's near Loyola. But I was laying down and I was just having a dream, and I woke up by someone in the room or in another room right in the middle of, I think, getting a vision from God in the middle of the day, and woke up and found myself unable to move, hearing whispers, the dark, getting pulled into, it felt like just into the mattress. You know, yeah, like literally something that weighed 1,000 pounds was sitting on me. I was completely paralyzed. I couldn't move. You know, so people go through stuff like that. I just wanted to say the name Jesus. I couldn't. It was the strangest thing, like my tongue was being held. I could think. I was fully aware.
Could you see anything?
It was daytime. I had a pillow over my head. So when I first kind of woke from the dream I was having, I could see a little light from the left side of my eye, from the left side.
Mm-hmm.
But it was completely dark where my head was into the bed, and, you know, it was covered well. But a little light was coming in. But as I heard these whispers, I couldn't make nothing out, but it was just, I could hear voices. This thing was sitting on me, but the weight seemed to almost be pushing me into the darkness where the little light that I could see was starting to fade. And I couldn't speak. It was like this panic. I could feel I was being sucked into like the darkness. And I was just like, I just wanted to scream Jesus so bad, man. It was just like, I cannot explain it to you. And then at that moment when I thought it was over, I was about to lose complete, I screamed, Jesus! And I sat up in the bed, and light comes back in, like, what's going on, you know? And I'm literally just at that moment upset. You know, what happened? You know, how did I get woke up, you know? So it's kind of felt like in between. So maybe there's kind of a place sometimes that you can get stuck for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, we've had so many phone calls with people like this, these stories where they're being sucked into the darkness, the sleep paralysis, and you know, people have also called in talking about the astral plane. You know, I don't know if I believe in that so much, but I do believe that there is another realm where a lot of the spiritual warfare spills out from, and these demons operate, obviously angels as well, but they try to climb into you and ruin your soul and make you, you know, their slave. And you know, for some reason, people go through the sleep paralysis stuff. I had just one time with the sleep paralysis thing. Didn't feel like the weight situation like you were experiencing, and this is when I was much younger and had no faith at all, so I didn't know, I had no real ammunition to tackle it. But it was terrifying. It was crazy. You know, I was much younger, and I like couldn't move, couldn't talk. I could see, and it was like this many tentacled creature on the ceiling above my bed. You know, in the house where I grew up. That thing was freaky, man. It was crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, you're a kid. I've seen things in dreams. You know, sometimes like you're a kid, you're not sure if it is a dream, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen a spider the size of like a single wide trailer. You know, this thing, it's like on the side of the back side of this, but it's, to my mind as a child, it's like I remember that trailer, and I remember some of the things that happen in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
oh yeah,
like and that I, you know, can't, you know, I just bad. So it's like this huge spider on that thing. It's like this metaphor for something happened. It's like this trauma, you know, and it's like it's crazy how just an image from a dream or a vision or something takes you back to a place, and it's like everything just kind of, you feel it again.
Yeah.
You know, so that it's literally like it's still there in the ether. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like present is like always now. You know,
it's
it's a gift.
Our imagination and our memory is like a soup, you know, and it's like it's all just kind of stewing in there, and it does, you know, it appears every now and again. Like I have a similar story of being a kid and seeing like it was like a giant frog, you know, and like I think of this often. I don't know what it was, and I could have sworn it was real.
You often just see random animals.
I do. I still do. I still have a problem distinguishing reality from.
I was like, because that's
I had the
squid and a frog now.
dream of King Kong.
That's true. That's true. Wait, you saw King Kong?
And multiple times in my dreams, like when I was a kid.
Nice.
I dreamed of King Kong. You know, it was always single wide trailers. I guess I grew up poor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all these dreams, these dramatic recollections, you know, were in those times and those years. But yeah, I would hear the boom, 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 and then behind the place there was a big tree line, and I just knew he was coming again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he was coming to get me. King Kong was coming. I could hear him coming, and all of a sudden he'd just come and just make these huge trees just push them aside like they were nothing, and he'd just give this big roar, and I would just wake up in the cold sweat, you know. And it was that reoccurring, you know. As an adult growing up, I've had some awesome dreams, but none that would be like reoccurring. But as a child, I had like that one and another one with a big like anaconda that could always get to me.
Yeah, I think when we're kids, you know, we haven't been completely ruined by just the structure of this so-called reality that kind of, you know, beats all.
And
the
this is kind of the warning of what's coming. Maybe I feel like those dreams were like warning.
Right.
The rest of your life is going to contain, you know, many nightmarish things.
Yep.
That you know. So it's preparation. I think fear is not something you can avoid in this life.
Of course.
But it's definitely something that's already been dealt with. You know, like with death, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm so scared. You're scared to die. Why? Well, you know, and that's, Jesus came and did us a favor.
Yep.
To like take that from, like people like with Charlie Kirk thing, right? Oh, well, Charlie Kirk, that dude. Why didn't he have more security? Because he didn't care. He was ready. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this thing, well, if he runs around and he's so scared to die, what kind of, you know, what kind of, you know what I'm saying?
He certainly had a warrior mentality. I wish his security was a little better with the roof stuff, you know.
Well, sure, but I mean, security might have played a part in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, security doesn't stop, you know, presidents from getting assassinated. Security, you know what I'm saying? His security was in Jesus Christ.
Well, that's
where his security was. You know what I'm saying?
That's the ultimate security.
Right. So that's what you do. You lay down your life for people. You guys put your life out there for folks that nobody even knows exist to call in and, you know, pour it all out. You know,
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's funny that like even before doing the shows, like coming out and just, I'm sure Brandon had this experience too, and you and most people listening is like, even, you know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, Trump first term, you're putting your life at risk by, or just putting your familial standing at risk by saying you're going to vote a certain way or you don't believe in certain things that are happening in reality, in the political reality. It's insane. My wife and I have been exiled from many a function just for feeling a certain way. So by the time we're like in the media world, it was like it's whatever because it's strangers who hate you and threaten you. But all of us have been through years and years of being outcast by people who supposedly loved us for saying things that like we don't agree with this. So it's insane, man. But do you want to add anything else before you head out?
Well, I just want to thank you guys for doing what you're doing. Love all the, just the different, just the different people that you're reaching.
Thanks, man.
And that are reaching out. And believe it or not, you got a ministry on your hands. So God's using you. There's people that are afraid to talk to anybody else, but they'll call in and share their heart with you. And you're just a gracious guy to handle it. It's like you just got a gift, the both of you together. I mean, I'm no discerner of hearts, but I could tell, if there were two genuine guys really out there trying, it'd be you two. So
thank you.
Keep it up.
That really means a lot. We appreciate it.
I love you both. Mean it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
That really does mean a lot. We really appreciate it.
Hey,
so you know where to find us when you want to call in again, brother.
Heck yeah, man.
All right. Have a good night.
God bless.
God bless. God bless all of you guys out there. Amazing. While you pull the next caller up, I just want to say I find dreams to be important. They're important in the Bible. And, I'm thinking about dreams a lot the past 2 days because Candace put out that video about her talking about Charlie visiting her in a dream. And then there's like smear campaigns against her talking very condescendingly about her dream. I'm like, okay, this is just like spiritual ghouls, or spiritualists, godless ghouls who don't take dreams seriously. I've had dreams that have come true in various ways, good and bad. And my wife has had dreams, like really bizarre dreams about people from her past, and like the next day they call, and she hasn't heard from them in like 10 years.
I've had stuff like that happen.
It's
bizarre.
Too.
Like I bring up something that hasn't been a thing in years, and I'm like, hey, yeah, you guys remember like this thing? And then like a week later, it's like in the news, and everyone's saying like the same thing, and I'm like, what the hell is that about?
It's bizarre. Yeah,
like
I think it's tapping into like a higher design by God, but I know we have different interpretation of that, but like dreams are something that shouldn't be like made fun of. I used to make fun of them, but I do think there's something very serious to dreams, and I take what Candace is saying quite seriously, and I see most of the people who have been like activated to talk smack. I'm like, you just don't get it, man. This is important stuff.
Dealing with real or imagined. There is another video out there from Dom Luker that shows a meteorite changing its path over Mexico, and I want to get your guys' opinion here.
Did he watermark it?
It's kind of our on the hour break here between calls while we wait for a couple more people to join lobby. We got a couple more callers left hanging around, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. Real or imagined? Here we go. This is a shot of what looks like a meteorite changing its course mid-flight and redirecting itself away from the surface. There is also what appears to be a breakaway object that happens, which I believe you'll see highlighted here in the video. But it appears that it changes its trajectory for some reason, almost not like of that of a missile. And you see this little dot here. Kind of up and separate and fly away from
Brandon,
it.
I didn't believe it until I saw it in that footage with that the heat seeking,
the infrared looking
infrared stuff. Now I believe it.
So
why would they put it in the infrared if it wasn't real? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if that's supposed to show heat signature or what. If that's the case, both of these objects and all of these rooftops are extremely warm. Oh, yeah. I can believe one of those.
Interesting. Interesting observation, Brandon.
It is Mexico.
What did he say anything with this? Did he like add any?
No, I mean this is basically just this. What caused the meteorite to change its path over Mexico? Any theories? It was just a very dry post. Mm-hmm. But
he's been
run
posting
it again.
A lot of slop, I'll say, recently, and I'm just like,
Well, this particular bowl of slop got 13 million.
I'm sure.
So people are looking. The question is did anyone else actually see this? Let us know if you witnessed this with your own eyes, because again, we can't trust a single damn thing that's been put out there.
It's definitely not a SpaceX satellite.
No.
Right.
No, and I mean, it's going to tie into one of those things where this is like another invasion attack that released a probe that is now in our atmosphere, and then, the comment or whatever the hell it was just decided, hey, it's going to dip. I don't think the motion is very fluid here. Like, I'm looking at it, and it looks to be complete bullshit, as is my quote. You can see the tail and everything kind of maneuver itself. It doesn't look like a natural flight pattern by any means from anything. You can see it kind of glitching around. So I think it's more AI BS, but that's just me.
I like Jeremy's take here in the chat. In my opinion, that meteor is being stopped by an angel, if it is a real video. A lot of people are saying fake and gay.
Iron Man flew underneath it and caught it like he did the missile in New York and flew it up through a space hole. Yeah, no. Yeah. Thank you, Tony Stark, for saving our asses once again.
I don't know. There's just so much fake crap out there. It's like when I was when we did the culture war with Burleson, the representative, who's on the UAP. I almost said UAP. I quit. Sorry, guys. I actually said UAP unironically.
Way to go, man.
On the UFO committee. I hate UAP rebranding. Anyway, he says they have a hard time now with AI when they get all these videos to the committee, discerning what's real, what's not, because you can't even trust the systems that they feed it into they're supposed to tell them if it's AI or not. Like, robots are going to lie to you.
Now, the follow-up from this in other news, in these comments, basically says that it was a burn-up. And
what was
this
that other
took
thing
place in
above
April 2025. I haven't found anything describing what that is yet. I'm assuming this is another bogus sphere.
That makes sense.
They're saying that it disintegrated harmlessly in the atmosphere.
Fascinating.
So,
fascinating.
Let us know what you guys think. Your boy's calling BS. It's my favorite thing to do.
I am too on that one. Who do we
got? Two
next?
BSs. So, all right. I think, didn't you? Did you request a Donald Trumper impersonator?
I did.
I think you did.
They appear.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's how that happens. I think we got one here. So our good buddy Steven here calling in.
Steven, are you there?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
All right, Mr. President, let's talk about Amelia Earhart, if you don't mind.
Yes, I wanted to go. That's where I wanted to go. I know she went away a long time ago, like 90 years ago.
Tell us what you think about Amelia. What happened to her?
I'm not quite sure what happened. She went missing. She probably wrecked her plane somewhere over the ocean, and we haven't been able to find her. And it's really sad we haven't been able to find her all these years. And now they find this aircraft along the side of a lagoon. I can't name the island because I don't know how to pronounce it, and it's
Nokumuroro.
It's pretty remote. So Purdue's going to go out there. Apparently, this other guy's been out there twice. We'll see what happens. We'll have to see what happens.
What do you think about the theories that Amelia Earhart was some sort of agent of the state and going out there to collect intelligence?
Well, that could have been highly possible.
It's very interesting. Or abduction by aliens. I mean, are you a big alien guy, Mr. President?
Well, there were weird objects that I really don't like talking about, but they were flying over my golf resort in the beginning of earlier this year, at the late end of last year, and they're flying all over the East Coast, and we have no idea what they were. And people in my team were like, "You can't talk about it, Mr. President. We can't let you talk about it." I really want to talk about it.
Who's they?
I want to say.
Let's name them. Let's name them.
We're going to talk about it.
Good. Who's they, though?
Who is they? That sounds like something Kanye would say.
Mr. Trump, President Trump, the Lockheed Martin satellites are interrupting your call with us because you're disclosing too much information.
Yeah, we're being censored.
Oh my
goodness.
Yeah,
I know that's a bunch of deep state shit, and we're gonna stop them. I have plans already on how to deal with them, and we're gonna deal with them the way we have to deal with them. It is what it is.
Could I ask you to say something in terms of Amelia Earhart that I'm seeing in the chat?
Go right ahead.
Okay, because I think this is something you would have said, and I'm sure you would have said it eventually. Lord Shack said that Trump maybe should say, or should have said, women can't fly, that's why she crashed.
I don't know. I really don't want to say something so ugly. I mean, that's a pretty ugly thing to say, but I don't know. But we'll go ahead and say it. Women, they shouldn't fly. I don't like when we have women pilots, especially when there's 2 women pilots and I get on a plane and I'm sitting there and I'm like, are those really 2 women pilots?
You get off that plane?
Because they crash. They crash a lot. Then that one lady crashes a helicopter into a plane right
yeah.
outside D.C.
No, that's a scary
That was
situation.
horrible. That was absolutely horrible. Those people in that
Terrible.
plane did not deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming back from a skating tournament thing for the skating team, and that whole team died. That's a sad situation.
Yeah, that was terrible.
All because some lady couldn't decide, hey, you gotta get out of there. You can't be in that airspace because that's where planes land over at Reagan.
Well, to switch it up real quick, back to politics and UFOs. What do you make of Rep. Lauren Boebert campaigning on the promise of disclosure with aliens?
I think she should, but we gotta release it from where our government has it. Our government's behind a lot of shit for a long time, and I ran on releasing a lot of shit, and we're going to release a lot of shit. There's so much shit in the government that needs released that's been held back for so long, and it's about time that we release it all.
I agree.
We can't sit here and hold on to this shit forever. I'm telling you.
I forget if I've asked you this before, but I feel like I need to go back and repeat it if I did. Are you a time traveler, or is your son Baron?
My son is Baron. Okay, he's my youngest son. My uncle did go to Nikolai Tesla's place.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what he did there. I know my uncle John was very, very smart. John Trump, very smart guy. Went to MIT.
That's right.
Went to Yale. Smart guy. But I have no idea what he did there. It was never really told me what he did. So I don't know. I don't think I'm a time traveler.
That's a great sentence.
But I know about this. I'm aware of the story about Baron Trump, and he's
that's right.
A time traveler, and he talks to a Don.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Very bizarre. It's very
bizarre. I think it's very bizarre.
Do you think we're going to get any answers to the drones? The drones we had over Jersey nearly a year ago. We have drones in Europe shutting down military airports. Your Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, has made a whole video about doing something with these drones. What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea what's really going on. I mean, it's just there's so much stuff to try to track and follow with this, and I get briefings every day on it, and it's kind of a whirlwind, to say the least. There's, all these different instances. Like, it's just our deep state running different apps with some advanced technology. Possibly, I wouldn't doubt it. Could it be foreign? Probably, very much so. Could it be out of this world? Maybe.
All right, and last question. Speaking of things out of this world, what's your take, or are you following this news with this aggressive probe, 3i Atlas?
This aggressive probe, I've been hearing about this aggressive probe, and it's a probe, and I don't want to be probed.
No.
And I don't want America to be probed. We've been probed for too long. We don't need a probe.
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that.
Passes us and keeps going and goes somewhere else in the far reaches of the universe and gets the hell away from us.
Like North Korea.
I want this thing to pass the entire planet.
Oh, okay,
to be
okay.
honest with you.
I forget that they're actually on this planet.
North Korea could probably use some probing.
Yeah, they can take it. They can take it.
Maybe
Well,
China could use some probing. You know, maybe they need to be probed.
yeah, they might like it. Remember all the probing they were doing at COVID to the Americans traveling there?
Probed.
Remember they were like, you got to bend over and like, take the probe.
Probed-19.
I call it the pandemic. They call it a pandemic.
Yeah, it's the probe-demic. Yeah, no, I hear you.
They released it. That was released. Fauci said a day before I was sworn in that this president's administration will face a pandemic.
That's right.
A very bad one. And how the hell did he know? I want to ask him that question because he's a piece of shit, Dr. Fauci.
I'm with you.
He questioned his pardon should be revoked. It should be revoked. It's a phony.
Oh.
He had auto pen.
Mr. President,
Biden.
Thank you for calling. It's always a pleasure hearing from you. I do urge you to try to do a Nuremberg trials for people like Fauci.
I would absolutely love to do a Nuremberg trial on Fauci, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, George Soros, and many, many others
Cuomo,
who are probably all
Whitmer.
involved in this.
Yeah.
They should all stand trial. We need accountability and justice, not just for our people, but for the whole damn world.
That's right. Thank you, Mr. President. Always an honor to hear from you. I hope you have a great night.
Yep. Take care, and don't let those gay giant frogs power you in your dreams.
Oh, hell no.
Thank you. That's the closest I'll ever get to talking to the president after hearing reports today from people saying that the White House has, if you've said anything critical of Israel on your Twitter, you will not be invited to do anything.
You say that, but I also like to think that before Monday, we were like, that's the closest we're ever going to get to talking to Joe Exotic live from prison. And then randomly Monday morning, Shane's like, hey, man, what are the odds that we can take a phone call from prison on the show? And I'm like, I'm listening.
So good.
Who is it? What are you talking about? He's like, oh, it'll be worth it. Yep. And then we got Joe Exotic. So who knows?
That's true. Thank you for that.
Maybe we get Trump.
Jeff in the chat here said, why did you use the hot congressman? I think he meant congresswoman. As clickbait, you effers. I see some people thought she was actually calling in after they saw the thumbnail. I'm sorry if you thought that, but typically with the news stories, we add an image of the person who goes along with the story. But then you have something like Joe Exotic happen, and we do use him, and he actually is calling in. So we've set a precedent, and now I got to figure a way to figure that out because I don't want to be clickbait. And I'm sorry if people tuned in to hear Boebert talk about aliens, but honestly, she might. And I will. I'm working on it.
We'll put a video together later of all kinds of Boebert, Polina Luna. What else? Just all hot congresswomen. We'll just get them all.
I'm calling Anna Polina Luna UFO AOC now. She's better.
Yeah, I saw that.
She's better. But she is UFO AOC.
That was you did that, didn't you? I was like, I know I saw that today somewhere. That was on your ex, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jeff, he's just giving me SHIT. Look, I'm trying not to curse, guys. Like, there's certain names in the chat on Rumble that I'm
giving him shit.
Trying really hard not to say out loud because it's hilarious. Let's get who's the next caller.
You guys know you can bring your urgent curse words to me.
No, these are ones you don't want to say either. But they're
are they the bad ones?
But they're
the ones we're not allowed to say.
But they're fun words. You guys can see me live with Sam Tripoli, where you might hear these words on New Year's Eve.
See, they're censoring free speech, guys. I feel like Jimmy Kimmel.
No, I'm trying not to say even bad words, curse words.
You did say chili peen earlier. I don't know if
that was tough. I got tricked. I didn't even proofread.
You're trapped by your own sentence structure after it came out.
I just started reading. I was like, oh, geez. But I've been trying not to say bad words on.
Don't ever let Shane forget that he did say chili peen live on air.
Great. Now it's going to be my next shirt. Chili peen. Wonderful.
It's a great band name.
So who's next?
You want to jump on another call?
Yeah, I was talking about NF. Obviously, guys, it's a hilarious name, and it's all I'm seeing. Right? These words are hilarious. I can't help it. I get. I do use retard quite a bit, and maybe I should even work on that. Because man, you guys, you use that word on Instagram, and the wrong mother hears it. I get messages, and I always defend that word.
It's so weird. That was
I love that word.
There's a lot of these words that we used to use as insults before they were brought up as like,
Yeah. I
yo,
love
you
autistic
guys,
people.
like, do you know what you're saying? And like all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, well, like, that's not even what we mean. Our definitions
No.
are very, very
Autistic-
old, and they don't mean what you think they mean, but it's
No.
hard for us to explain that.
Yeah, dude, I forget what I said about something being retarded, and I got for days.
Oh, I got ripped
inundated.
up at work a couple of times for that. It was just like, hey, this thing is just looking at me like
But they
retarded.
make
It's
me
like,
wanna
listen,
say it
man,
more.
people have mentally retarded kids. Okay, I wasn't insulting them.
Yeah.
Like, I got no problem with that. I'm just
Autistic
like, this
people-
computer's a dick, and I didn't even mean like it's
Right.
mentally challenged. It's just it's looking at me like I'm an asshole. That's
Autistic
basically what I
people
mean.
are legitimately better than all of us and smarter. And I'm talking about retarded people. And it's a great word. And when those people send me those messages, I say, this is a retarded message. It's just a great word. It's a great word. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're never gonna catch me actually calling like a person with a mental disability a retard. That's fucked up. I would never do that.
Unless they're acting retarded. Who's next?
Shane said it, not me.
Dark Daddy said the downs are rising. Yeah. See Tripoli saying that quite a bit these days.
All right, let's get. Now we got all kinds of different words going into the chat here. Look what you've done, Shane.
Good.
Let's go to. Let's go back to the phones where it's safe.
This is why we do it. This is why we do it.
We're gonna bring on. I believe this is Cyber.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back to the show.
Glad you can pronounce my name.
You didn't make it easy. It's spelled very weirdly, but I'm not.
I
you
know. If you say tsunami, you can say cyber. Speaking of sleep paralysis, you know, I've had 2 brain surgeries, and per surgery, I've had sleep paralysis. And thanks to Art Bell, I knew what it was when I was experiencing it. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, in the surgery, having sleep paralysis, you knew enough to
Not during surgery.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you meant like you were under the knife.
No.
Okay.
I would hate for that to happen.
I was like, dang.
I've had it happen with like anesthesia. So, like
Same.
I've woken up with anesthesia and I can't move. My eyes are taped shut, but I'm conscious.
I wake up under every surgery I've ever had. I've broken
weird.
many bones, unfortunately.
Very weird.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Art Bell, one of the greats.
Let's see. Where was I?
Brain surgery happened twice.
Yeah, brain surgery
Sleep paralysis.
twice. Yeah. And I was going to reference last night's call about the one doctor saying you got to get the right chromosomes, not the wrong ones. And that reminded me of the Russian homunculus videos, if you ever saw those.
I don't think I
It's
have.
where the guy took chicken eggs, shot with a syringe of sperm into the chicken egg, put them in a incubator, cracked open the egg, and they had little monsters come out.
I'm just pulling up something on my phone here. I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about, but there are lots of images that come up when I search.
Yeah, homunculus. I
Homunculus?
can't even spell it.
No, we don't have to spell it.
Homunculus.
Yeah.
I think it's HOMUN.
Mm-hmm.
CU.
But yeah,
Yes.
one of them had an eyeball. The other one had a mouth and spit acid on the guy, supposedly.
And what happened to him? He turned into a homunculus?
No. He just burned out. I think I tell you what he did with them, supposedly. It was fake videos. It was before AI, but it was fake.
Good old
They
hoax.
had to be.
Good old hoax videos pre AI.
Yeah.
Those are always the best.
Yeah.
You know, because we've talked quite a bit about faces of death, and some of those videos are totally fake, but some of those are real.
Dude, this was back before there was a lot of like crazy like, hey, I'm gonna grab this and digitally edit this. This was shit that was shot on like B-roll, old school cameras that took a VHS tape in the side of them. You know, so yeah, you could overdub these things, but a lot of that stuff was really filmed because there wasn't really editing, and these people couldn't afford it even if they wanted to. So,
man,
I miss those days of raw footage, but I don't miss the shit that we used to see.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope. What else did you have to add, sir?
Oh, I had.
We're calling from Chattanooga, right?
That is correct, sir.
How is
Cyber
Chattanooga?
Cyber from Chattanooga.
Cyber, how is Chattanooga?
Oh, I love it.
That's good. That's good. It's a good place.
I actually live a little north in a city called Saudi Daisy.
Oh, okay. That sounds lovely.
Sounds like Hickville, but it's not up on the mountains. Up on the mountains, that's where you get your stories of Ed Brady and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say next caller.
All right,
I've had
sir.
my fun.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you.
making us all hear the word homunculus a few times.
It's a great word.
Yeah. I'm going to
Okay.
start a new band now, Retarded Homunculus.
Oh my God.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, man.
All right, have a good one, man.
I'm doing that. Imagine that name in like death metal font.
I'm already imagining it, and it's
That band's sick already. I'm stoked on that. I'm going to play shows real soon. We are Retarded Homunculus. That's going to be sick.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and the YouTube's gonna be like, we took this video down because you guys.
Oh, sorry, I can't say Retarded Homunculus. My band
Because you
name?
guys are gay retarded homunculuses, and yeah, okay.
My famous band, and we're opening. NF is opening for us.
This is nuts.
Over there on Rumble. What is next? Faces. Okay, so man, everyone's got. I'm trying not to curse. SHIT head. Faces of Death was real. I remember those videos. They were. I think there was some fake aspects to it, though.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
think everything in it was real, but a lot of it was. And why on earth was I a 14-year-old?
You know what? Well, that was the
those?
thing back then too. Was it was less questioned too. Like it was just like,
Yeah.
did that look fake to you? I don't know. It was more like, holy shit, did you see that? You know, you were a lot more susceptible to video back then. That's
Yeah.
why the moon landing broadcast did so well and went over so many people's heads. Is because they
the
were
moon
just like,
landing.
holy shit, we're looking at the moon. Look at this. This is fantastic.
You weren't
No,
looking at the
you weren't.
moon. You weren't looking at the moon. You were looking at a Hollywood studio.
Looking at a studio.
looking
Was
at-
it even in Hollywood?
Probably not, honestly. Could have been in Ohio.
Probably like New York. Yeah.
At like Wright-Patterson Air Force Base or something. It wasn't real. You
Yes,
guys know
yes,
this.
yes, Kyle. I admitted I almost broke. Come on, you guys fucking know my face by now. Don't just get out of here with this shit. It's obvious when I'm about to lose my shit. You guys are lucky that I have the composure that I have, which sometimes I don't have at all, and it completely bleeds out of my face. But that's fine. Whatever. Everybody seems to enjoy it. So
Oh man. Let's get the next one. What do you? Oh, so what is NF saying here? If you were on Faces of Death, two things were true. You got midget owned, and you never got to see that episode of Faces of Death. Amazing. Monkey Brains, King Watts knows what's up. That is the
Chilled
part I think
Monkey
of
Brains.
a lot. That was such a disturbing part of that video. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this into
yeah,
a
there
Faces
was a lot
Death
of weird shit.
podcast.
I'm getting like flashbacks from those videos, and like
Mm-hmm.
the dude that falls off like the water tower like on purpose and lands in the dumpster,
yeah.
and the sound that the dumpster made when he hit it from like it was like thung.
Yeah,
Like
great.
it was just like, oh, that's
Great.
That's great. I remember that for the rest of my life. Thanks, Dad. All right, let's go to Candy RK, and this is actually our last caller in queue.
All right.
We are no line, no wait for calls after Candy here.
Perfect. And I have some things we can talk about.
Candy, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey there.
Yo, welcome back.
I was watching the video you guys were showing about the asteroid or meteorite or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no way that's real.
What?
So the speculation is that it wasn't a UAP or anything like that. That it was actually listed as an asteroid or something, or a meteorite that broke off and burned up in the atmosphere, and that the trajectory thing was just an optical illusion because of the way it bounced.
Yep.
That's the official story that I found. So
story.
yeah,
So
how
you
those
weren't
go.
you weren't convinced by that video?
Definitely not.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
Not even the infrared
Man, I
part
live-
that
I
got
live in
Shane.
Vegas, and you can't see shit in Vegas.
Right.
But I've seen so many things here.
Tell us.
So, okay, one time my husband and I were driving in separate cars with our friend following, and we all saw the exact same thing go over us. Kind of looked like that, what you guys were showing, but it went straight. It didn't defer like that.
Like, did you have a certain shape and colors and lights or anything?
Well, it looked like what the typical meteorite or whatever would look like, the
just a
greenish
light
glow.
burning blue or green or something like that, pulsing, heading for the horizon. Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must see a lot of stuff out there.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense though, because think about it. Las Vegas is the most light polluted place in the entire country, really.
Yeah.
Chicago sucks pretty bad, but yeah, you guys do have a lot of lights, and now you have a giant dome that's just one big giant light.
Dude, literally, last time I was there, when I was at this, we were talking last time you were on. I was at the Circus, and they have the curtains that you can. I was pulling those curtains shut, but the eye was so bright, the curtains did nothing. Like it just was MK Ultraing me right through the curtains, and it was like turning into a moon. It actually was turning into like a fake moon. It looked more
space station,
like a more real moon than the moon they're trying to tell me is real up there in fake space.
They named it Orby, by the way, the dumbest name ever.
Orby?
Of course.
Oh, of course they did. That's ridiculous.
Well, they let the kids name it. I'm like, here we go.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, because Vegas is for the kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's dark.
I mean, I grew up
Marketing
here, so-
100 right there, guys.
They should have let you guys vote on it at least.
I mean, the kids did, so there you go.
Unbelievable.
I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, any other weird sightings out there in the sky?
The last thing that I really saw was when Starlink got released. That was kind of fun to watch because you're like,
Yeah.
wow. there's
Starlink
like
launches are actually pretty cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When they get to a certain point and then they just start one by one just beaming off, just boom, 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 and they hit that orbit, and they vanish.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like I thought I was witnessing some crazy shit the first time I seen it, and I looked it up and I'm like, oh, it's a SpaceX train.
Yeah,
That's
it's
basically
wild.
what they're calling
Right.
them. And yeah, they're pretty intense if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I haven't seen one in person, but I've seen videos.
I saw 3 in like 2 weeks.
Really? Out here?
In Chicago, back in
okay.
Chicago.
Wow.
Like we were just out riding one wheels, and randomly I would stop and look in one random direction, and I'd see a belt of these things just leaving, beam, 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 and I'm like, holy shit, that's like 2-3 times I've seen it in 2 weeks, and then I never saw it again. So
That's crazy. Any other thoughts, Candy?
The only other one I have, like, I don't remember. It was probably like 2016, 2017. We were at a friend's house at the airport that's down south. It's called Henderson Executive. It's like a private airport, basically. We were sitting looking in her backyard, and I look over to the left, and I see it was a meteorite, but it was like ridiculously large. And I'm like, oh my God. And my boyfriend, my husband now, and my friends were like, what's wrong? I'm like, you guys didn't see that? And they're like, no. And the next day they're like, oh, it was just this. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, who knows? We never really know, right?
No,
I mean,
but
the first thing
it's
I tend to
good
do
see
is
stuff out here.
like, hey, did anybody else see that? Like we had that whole instance outside a couple of weeks ago where we were like, hey, we see a bunch of these drones, and then me and Shane actually saw at the same time what looked like a piece of meteorite or something skipping off the atmosphere right over our heads and burning for the horizon, and we were both just like, holy shit, did you see that?
That was crazy.
And I'm like, cool, I'm not crazy because you said the exact same thing. That's all I'm ever looking for.
We might both be, though. Like, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that they're spraying something in here
I do
while
leave
we're
here seeing
recording.
spots some nights from
Yeah.
these lights.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm pretty sure we were out there for like 45 minutes
It was
chain
real.
smoking and just like, what did
And we spoke to
Did you see that?
we spoke to a respectable gentleman that
Yes,
night,
yes.
who served in the army. Very, very
He's an
respectable
older
guy.
gentleman.
Yes, like an authority on life, an honorable man, and he's like,
This dude was used to it already. He's like, oh, that's just that. I see that shit all the time.
that floating orb's
It's
always
every
there.
day.
Yeah, and he told us about the cryptid he saw.
Yeah, oh yeah, and there's a cryptid.
Oh, that's right.
And Shane looked at me. He's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And
no
I'm like, I
doubt.
think he's serious.
No
Yeah.
doubt, dude. So he just so nonchalantly said, "Yeah, there's a animal that looked like an anteater that crawls on all fours and got on its hind legs, and it has like witchy hair."
Yeah, and he
Cool.
drew on it, and it took off, and like went into like that sewer area,
Yep.
and then he just never saw it again. I'm like, how did you lose track of that thing?
I check my back seat every night now for that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely.
should, too.
I check the bed of the truck
just
and
in
make
case.
sure there's no stowaways or
Oh,
anything
any-
following me back.
Any
Yeah,
clingers.
that's the last thing I need.
You know what we mean, Candy?
Oh, yeah.
All right, awesome. Anything else you want to add?
Well, you just said clingers. That reminded me of the new word for AI bots, clankers.
That's right. We're anti clanker here.
That's the
Same.
new racist word, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought I actually.
How are you
came up-
racist against something that's not alive?
Ask
know.
people who are claiming that it's racist.
Well, they're yeah.
It's not me. It's other people. I don't know.
I said at some point I tweeted over the summer like I'm racist against robots, and then Joe Allen, who's been on the show, was like, "Oh, that's his phrase." Like I didn't know that was a phrase he created a long time ago. I'm like, okay, it's not just me. I felt less alone in the world, and I'm okay with people being.
Was he like
racist.
serious, or he's just like, no, I just say that?
No, he's literally like, we're racist against robots. It's okay. It's okay to be racist against robots. Look, I don't think they're alive, but
They're not a race.
They're not a race, but there's people who are believing that they are going to become a race. I'm sure Elon would take some, he'd be heartbroken hearing something like this when you talk to his poor
Maybe
robots.
the Asperger's will make him get over it.
I don't care what Elon thinks. I'm racist against his robots. And I want
It's
them
that or
out.
the exact opposite, and he's gonna lock in really hard on it. You know,
Wasn't
it's one
it,
or the other.
Brandon, wasn't it you just like this week saying we should enslave the robots?
Did I say that?
I'm pretty sure you wanted to enslave the robots. So, and I'm with you. We can enslave the
I
robots.
see no problem with that.
Elon has child slaves in the cobalt mines of Africa. Let's replace them. Let's help those children, and just put the robots.
I mean, we
there.
could send him to destroy all the mom pounds before we get all these like clone babies. Yeah, the mom pounds. You guys remember the mom pounds?
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. These are
You,
legitimate.
well,
issues.
you know what? You were the one that was saying that, like, hey, we're going to have to use the machines against the machines. So maybe I
Well,
was just like,
yeah,
hey, I'm
yeah.
going to expound upon that, and let's have
I'm
our own
gonna have to have
robot
my own
army.
robot slave,
And hopefully
to
they don't
fight the robots.
order 66 us when we're not looking.
It's very possible, but yeah, Terminator 2. You hijack the robot to fight the robots. You know, as a Luddite, I have to accept that reality. That is the future I've been given, and act accordingly.
Prepare for dystopian future, everyone.
Candy, you want to add anything else?
Last thing I'm gonna say: make America or asylums great again.
Amen. Bring it back.
Saw what you did there.
Awesome. Thanks, Candy. Always a pleasure hearing from you.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Later.
You too.
I saw something in the chat before we got Candy on.
So, if I ever run for president,
Yeah.
which hopefully I don't,
You
but
better
I'm
not.
old enough to now, which is scary to say out loud. It's gonna be make America weird again. Mawa.
Hopefully.
And let's
doesn't get weirder.
see everybody get pissed off at that.
Someone,
These
Dank Daddy,
Maoists.
Dank Daddy said, who remembers the councilman that shot himself in front of the press? I believe that's Bud Dwyer, but it might have happened more than once. The only reason I remember that name, that's a crazy video. I don't recommend looking it up, but you probably already seen it. Is the great Canadian band Ion Dissonance had a song called the Bud Dwyer Effect. I rag on Canada quite a bit, but they have some great bands, and they also gave us Norm Macdonald, one of the greatest comedians of all time, if not the best. But man, Canada's got great bands. Death from Above, 1979, great band. Ion Dissonance, The End, love it. I'm just gonna stop there. Those are my three favorite Canadian bands. There's a lot of others, but what was I gonna bring up? Oh, you know what I was gonna bring up? Since we got a little time here, we were talking about Elon. Let me find this. I thought this was hilarious. Just bear with me, guys, all right? Just bear with me. Here we go.
Take your time. I'm just watching the Brandon 2028s popping up in the chat
Oh, sick.
now.
Sick.
Hey, maybe I have Sergeant Mayor Peyton Cottrell run as my
Okay.
vice president.
All right. I wasn't really planning
He's
on
got to get
voting
mayor
anymore,
first. I mean, shit,
but I'll
you know.
vote for that. So this was from September, also in Newsweek, the paper, the magazine that really tried to cover up the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky scandal, which was then, since they killed that story, this is just a little history. The Drudge Report reported on it, and that's who broke the story. Shout out to Drudge. Anyway, here we go from September. Elon Musk's Florida plan sparks nudist fury. That's a headline. SpaceX's plan to expand its launch operations at Florida's Kennedy Space Center have ignited a surprising backlash from a nudist community.
So they're infringing upon a nude beach,
That's right.
I'm assuming?
Playa Linda.
What is up with these words tonight? It's a word night, people.
The people who are also at the RV space resort place are also at the Playa Linda Beach. It's a remote stretch of the Canaveral National Seashore. Say that 3 times. Known for its legal nude sunbathing. could see access to the beach reduced by as many as 60 times per year, sparking vocal opposition from nudists, environmentalists, and local residents. Now, look, you guys know I am no fan of Elon, but I'm also no fan of nudists. I have no dog in this fight, but I find it hilarious. Newsweek contacted the American Association for Nude Recreation, that's AANR, and SpaceX for comment outside normal working hours. Oh, so they wrote this fast. I love when they do that. You know, I've seen it happen to Tim, where these places want to write a story really quick, and so they hit him up at like a ridiculous hour, and they only give him like a quick time frame. They respond. So then they write the article. They don't hear from him. And then they write that. This is why it matters. The Federal Aviation Administration is reviewing a draft environmental impact statement that would allow SpaceX to launch its Starship rocket system from Launch Complex 39A. The rocket's size and explosive. Are there so many innuendos in this? Could there be any
The rocket
more?
was red and pulsating as it.
Who wrote? Did the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey write this article? The rocket's size. I mean, literally, the rocket's size and explosive launch profile would expand exclusion zones, potentially disrupting air traffic, marine activity, and access to nearby public beaches, such as Playa Linda. Imagine you got like grandparents who are like, we're going to it's Playa Linda time again. Like, oh my goodness, I hate these people. Playa Linda is one of four.
Is it Playa Linda time again?
Please don't.
Tis,
do that
replied
to us.
Aunt Helga.
Please stop, Grandma. Playa Linda is one of four public beaches in Florida where nudity is legal. SpaceX's expansion plan includes building out infrastructure for Starship, its fully reusable launch system, and could involve landing operations at Kennedy Space Center or on offshore drone ships. Though construction on a launch tower has already begun, the FAA has not completed its environmental review or granted final clearance for operations. So there you have it. If you belong to a nudist community, I really don't care. You guys are in a fight that I think is quite hilarious.
All your sins laid bare, literally.
What do you have pulled up here?
That is us watching the government shutdown clock rolling into its 8th day.
Like this is the 24 font.
This is the official whitehouse.gov countdown clock, which has stamped all over it, Democrats have shut down the government. You can see PDJT up in the top left corner here. There he is. There's the guy. There's the White House watermark. How much more proof do you need that this is official? There's a link here that you can click to find and contact your representative.
I hope it never opens. Let's just keep it shut down.
We got what is this? Just shy of about 7+ minutes here, 8 minutes.
This is so funny that they used the 24 font for the time. Like, did you ever watch 24?
I did.
Great show.
It doesn't have the deep.
It needs it. They should have done that. The reason this is funny, I'll tie it back in what I was saying earlier about all the anger out there on the road. And I'm always trying to find like ways to just make sense of these people's anger. So literally, this is what I thought of today. I'm just going to start telling myself that everyone who's in a rush is actually Jack Bauer and that they are going to save the country. And so I'm just in their way. So I'm going to help. I'm going to pull over and let them go save the planet.
Yeah, there's times where I'm like, what the fuck was that guy's problem? And then there's other times where I'm like, oh, this guy's wife is clearly pregnant and going into labor. Otherwise, he would not have done the maneuver that he just did in front of me.
Everyone is either pregnant or Jack Bauer. And that's how I feel.
I think that's
about
a fair assessment.
I think so too. What is going on with the people in the chat? I haven't checked on you guys. Let's see. Mike Mason says, I like the fact that Trump was playing golf before he got taxpayer money. Well, there's lots of golfing going on.
Well, after that, you could speculate that he was using the taxpayer money to go golfing, but you know.
The Big Scrub said, Brandon, you should start playing circus music. Is that because he's like in a room with a monkey right now? Renee says Trump is such a troll. Hey, Kek Airy. I am from a sauna culture, so nude people are normal for me. Just don't walk naked on the street and it's fine. Sauna culture. Interesting. I was given a like portable sauna thing, and I do use it from time to time, but I'm not doing that around people. Like I'm trying to not be around humans in real life, so I can't imagine being in saunas with people. People do it though, and people seem to like it.
Yeah.
But I'm a recluse. big time. I'm actually just AI. Like I'm home, but this is AI in this room.
Antisocial extrovert.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick says. That's what I.
Yeah, antisocial extrovert.
Yeah.
That is
because I'm not really introverted too much. Like I like my time at home, but I also like to get the hell out of there, which makes me not an introvert. So, but I also don't like to be around massive amounts of people very long. I could do concerts and stuff like that. Obviously, we did tons and tons of shows around people, and I'm fine in that scenario. But for the most part, I just find people generally offensive, not polite, just complete
Yeah, I had
the worst of the worst.
I had that feeling too, like playing music and being on stage, and I like a really bad business model for our band was that I was incredibly antagonistic to the crowd, and I always wanted them to hate me, and it was something I think the band did not enjoy so much because I was probably way too
the band
mean.
was like, well, dude, we're trying to get these people to like us, man. Like,
I didn't care. I was extremely mean, and it was an interesting time.
So just picture Shane dressed like Fred Durst. In his band and proclaiming now he knows why everyone wants to hate
it's bad. There's pictures online somewhere. I
saw one actually. I was like, wow, really?
What, was I wearing like a pink polo?
It was fairly impressive. You were in some kind of like crazy punk rock getup.
Oh, I'm trying to think what it was. Like, because for a while in a death metal band, I was like, I'm gonna wear pink polos. and like I had a cane. I actually needed the cane because I broke my knee playing show.
Pink polos.
But I thought the pink polos.
I would have never lived that shit down. I put on a polo one time and I never heard the end of it for like 7 months.
I only wore it for the shows because I was like, they're gonna hate this. And they did. But that was fun playing music. I've always been very my favorite like bands are always like very antagonistic. Like Daughters, that guy hated that crowd, but also loved the crowd. I'm not saying I'm a fan of G.G. Allen really. But also, I enjoy what he was doing. Stephen Wolf saying Fred Durst and Aaron Lewis used to tour together. Yeah, man. Those were great. That was a great tour. Those days were amazing. Synchrotron said Shane did it all for the Nookie. I was humming Limp Bizkit's version of Faith just earlier on this episode.
Yeah, he was actually. I just got that stuck in my head now.
Said in the chat. But Aaron Lewis did Tucker recently. And I was like, I saw that he was talking about Marilyn Manson. I'm like, what a weird world we're in where Aaron Lewis is talking about Marilyn Manson on Tucker Carlson. It is quite a time to be alive.
Shane's bumping elbows with him and stuff in the frickin' green room and whatever show you were at.
Yeah, man, I like Manson. People think he's crazy and all this stuff. I think he's a very good guy, and he's got a lot of accusations against him that were completely bogus. Like, I don't know if you guys know that, but it's worth speaking of like talking about like Joe Exotic and being framed, the whole thing with Manson. So I'm a longtime fan of his. And when those accusations came out with the Me Too stuff, I was like, we've all seen the videos, the live stuff. He gets wild. I'm sure people are upset and he's done something. But the Evan Rachel Wood stuff was completely bogus. She legitimately forged FBI documents. And when I started seeing that, I was like, okay, that's insane. And then we find out she like struggle sessioned these women into saying these accusations, and they recanted those. And so I did like a real deep dive on all that a few years ago out of curiosity, and just seeing, if you go watch Evan Rachel Wood's documentary about him, complete propaganda, and it's psychotic. She is a psychotic witch. And she had some like relationship with this chick who I call her original Jussie Smollett, because this chick, I forget her name now, but she said that she was beat up by MAGA people in LA. Totally fake story. She's psychotic. The whole story broke down, and then I did a show about it, and that's how I wound up meeting him. But and he's super nice, very nice guy, incredibly talented guy. It was very cool because I have met some people who I've liked for some time, and some people just suck. But Manson's a good dude, a really good dude, and he puts on a great show, and he's better than ever. He's playing shows now, and he sounds incredible. He's healthy, he's happy, got a lovely wife, and it's really awesome to see. It doesn't always work out. A lot of these people that you like their music when you're a kid, and a lot of them are not here anymore, and it sucks. But
a lot of them checked out.
A lot of them checked out way too quick,
way too early.
Man, like I love Alice in Chains. I love Stone Temple Pilots. I love Nirvana.
Lane Staley was amazing.
love them, and it's so sad that they're not here. And like, it's awesome to see Manson here. It's awesome to see Aaron Lewis is here.
We have those
still.
unplugged,
Dude,
unplugged fucking
unplugged?
sessions, man, and
Incredible.
that Nirvana. Hell, even Dashboard Confessionals unplugged was fucking phenomenal, dude.
That was
Like,
good. It was good. And I was
just
never a
so
huge fan of theirs,
good.
but
No,
it's
man.
really good. That
It
dude's
was
super
just-
talented.
Yeah, dude.
I saw Stone Temple Pilots live before he died at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Incredible. They were so loud.
Yeah, Chester, Sink. Yeah,
Chester,
I
yeah.
thankfully got to see Lincoln Park at least one time before that happened.
Oh, that's awesome. Someone who's just JM798 said Chris Cornell. I mean, Soundgarden's incredible.
I got
that
to
band is so
Papa
good.
Roach too. I got to work for them last year when they came
sick.
to Bottom Lounge. I did security for Jacoby, and he was super cool, dude. Way cooler than I thought he was going to be. Took me
That's
20
amazing.
something years to meet him. Awesome dude. We had to gut our soundboard that night to make room for all of their production because they brought like arena style production into like a
sure.
700 person venue. So we got there at like 11 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out a way to make it work.
Incredible.
And we ended up gutting our soundboard, and I cleaned out probably like, I want to say like 10 or 15 years of just random shit that was under the soundboard. Like, we were finding guitar picks from bands, and we were just like, holy shit, I can't
that's
believe
cool.
this pick is here. Like drumsticks, stuff like that, old bottles of water, all kinds of crazy shit.
Amazing.
And at the very, very bottom is a $1 bill. All the way on the bottom, just a crumpled $1 bill. And the venue in Chicago is called Bottom Lounge. Shout out to all my BL people. So I called it the Bottom Dollar because it was at the bottom in the Bottom Lounge.
Incredible.
And their tour manager at the time says, holy shit, give me that. And he takes it and he runs back to Jacoby's dressing room and runs in there and he autographs it and he comes back and gives me the $1 and it's just got his name just scribbled on the $1 bill. And I have
cool.
that framed at home. I got to bring that in here.
Yeah,
That
that's incredible.
I need to get that in here for sure.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys
Thank
when I can find
God
it.
for music. I love music so much. I'm so grateful for it. And there's just so much good music right now. So much good music and so much good music to appreciate from when we were growing up and well before that. But my goodness, we've lost a lot of people. And I'm very grateful for the people we still have.
I was
making
going to
good
say we
music.
kept some people too. Like the fact that like Green Day and stuff are still doing shows, man. Like I saw them in 2001 with Blink and they weren't even headlining and they set their drum set on fire. Billy Joe came out in a pink bunny costume and hit a bong in front of everybody while there was downtime. And it was just,
that's incredible.
their performances are amazing, man.
Yeah.
Never going to get that back.
Incredible. Family Values Tour, 90s, Incubus, Korn. It's so cool. And I love like the trajectory of some of these people, just like Head from Korn being totally born again and very open with his love of Christ. Agent X6, I see you in there about 9 Inch Nails is amazing. They are still touring, and their current tour is possibly one of their greatest tours. I do quite frequently go and rewatch their Woodstock set when they're covered in mud. It's just so heavy. It's so loud. It's so insane. Such a great set. But their new stuff is incredible. I don't have to agree with everything these people
that
say.
new
'cause it's
Deftones album,
crazy.
oh my
That new Deftones.
God,
I mean, it's a great time for music. And that's
We don't hit those
thing.
eras very often anymore,
No.
which is what depresses me. Because like in the early 2000s, we were spoiled.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we had just the best music ever, all
great.
coming just one after the other. And
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit, can this get any better?
great.
And you were just oversaturated with it. And now I've noticed this the other day that there is just this lack of that now.
Yeah.
And it's like if you find a band now that was 20 years old that's putting out a new album, you better jump on that shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad, listen to it because that's going to be, these are some of your last chances to get that feeling again.
Yep.
It sucks.
Yep. And that Deftones record's incredible.
It
It
is
sounds
really good.
so good, and I'm very happy to see those guys succeed. Just like I know we're going over now, but like Billy Corgan's podcast is one of my favorite podcasts. It's great
He's actually a
conversations.
huge fan of Tim.
He
It's
is
crazy.
a big. Yep. I got to meet Billy when I watched his. He owns NWA, and so the National Wrestling Alliance. Shout out to EC3, good guy, who will hopefully be on the show at some point. Billy told me about the time he met Tim and went up to him and said he's a fan of the show. And it was incredible watching, I was like some sort of Royal Rumble happening in Nashville and all them fighting. And then me, like I'm hiding my Smashing Pumpkins tattoos. I'm a big nerd with a giant Melancholy and Infinite Sadness tattoo on my arm. Like I don't want Billy to see this tattoo. But it was incredibly super nice. But his podcast is incredible. So, all right, guys, we did our music at the end of the episode.
We had our music binge.
We can't help it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for our callers. Thank you to President Donald Trump for calling in tonight. Always a pleasure hearing from the president. I'm glad we got to settle some of those things, get some answers on a lot of really pressing issues today. Brandon, what's going on? How can they find you?
You guys can find me, as always, at Brando Inverted on Insta and on X. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks to all of our callers. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share the show with everybody you know. We will be back to cap off the week tomorrow, Thursday. Get your stockings in order because it's going to be a crazy... Is it going to be a crazy one?
It's always a crazy one.
I'm talking this shit up right now, but it should be a crazy one. So don't forget to stay weird. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Shane, get us out of here.
Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. You guys are the best. I love it. Be safe out there. Sleep tight. Say a prayer. All right? We all need it. The world is a vampire. Smashing Pumpkins.
Nice.
Have a good night.